Mine, don't jump on us. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, hi.
We're back.
It's the morning again.
Super early.
I don't know why we keep doing this,
I don't know either.
but here we are.
It's day 139. Today we are focusing around the frames because we didn't get to that yesterday.
Right, yeah. And this works out well because the majority of the areas we need to plaster on the frames are only in shade in the mornings. Yep. So that's it. I mean, that's pretty much what we're doing.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
I don't know that we're gonna get all of them done. It's quite a bit. Like it takes a long time because it's such like intricate work. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to get in there and not get a ton of stuff on the frames because they look really nice all black.
It's not like slap it on the wall and you're
Yeah.
done. There's a lot of, like you said, detail work, a lot of hand work. So you're going to be doing most of the applying.
Yeah.
The girls aren't here this morning, so the boys and I are simply here to support you.
Well, Jax is gonna do all the bottom of the frames because he's done a lot of trowel stuff.
Okay.
So
and Jet's going to run the wheelbarrow for
Yeah.
us, and I'll mix, and then that way we'll keep things moving.
Mhm.
Okay.
Why do I always do the same thing?
I don't know. It's like we're married. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Let's get started.
Someone said I was a dialogue hog. So
What?
I'm trying not to talk.
Babe, let me tell you something. First of all, that person's a Second of all,
That was not nice.
well, they're not nice. You're not a dialogue hog. We talk the same amounts. It's fine.
I'm just gonna try to be quiet.
No,
most of the time.
don't listen to the I like it when you talk.
Don't say.
I'm gonna say you should just beep it out.
Would you hold me if I told you we can just run away? So come, my darling, let me help you. We can follow the sun and leave the rain for somebody else. Let's help ourselves. Leave our troubles on the shelf. And don't you worry, we're gonna find all we need in our sunset paradise. All the sidewalks and the highways, they will turn into dust as Mother Nature covers over every street we take and lead the way for somebody else to help themselves, leave their troubles on the shelf. So don't you worry, we're gonna find all we need in our sunset paradise. Hey. Leave it all for somebody else to help themselves, leave their troubles upon the shelf. And don't you worry, we're gonna find all we need in our sunset paradise.
So after a while, when we've sifted a lot, we have a huge pile of rocks that's kind of in the way. So right now we need to clear that out, move it to this pile behind me, give us more room to keep sifting.
Okay, so we're having some problems I'm going to tell you about. This is why we should always have frames that extend past the bag. Because if you look here, you can see how the bag really overlaps these frames. And that leaves a huge crevice in here that we have to fill with material and then bring out. And you can't fill a space like that all at once. We're going to have to put some in there, let it dry, come back probably 3 or 4 times to fill in that space. Same thing with like around these corners where the bag stops and then starts again. Just for future, like I think for the house build we will for sure make sure our frames extend past those bags because this is a big pain. And it's a big problem. It's a big problem, babe. Big problem.
You sound awful frustrated.
I'm a little frustrated.
I'm sorry.
And like trying to put plaster on the bottom of a bag like that is just like gravity doesn't work. Yeah. So
I think it'll be okay for the big screened openings because they were thicker. But yeah, these are definitely
a problem for sure.
And that was just, we didn't even think about it. We just got 2x8s instead of like 2x12s or whatever.
Yeah. Well, we were trying to save money on the frames.
Yeah.
But now I'm paying for it with how much time I'm gonna have to spend on it.
Yeah.
So next time.
What is it, 99? 99. What is it?
I'm a love giver, searching for glory. I'm a strong winner. Don't mean the ball 'cause I'm a hard hitter. Only be swimming in the deep river. I'm a love giver, holding on to all the best things in life. I'll be pushing on through every second in the night. I'll be reaching up to every moment in the light. You know I got a reason, I got a mission that excites me. Sinning is living and I'ma sin it in the right way. Living is winning and I'ma never do it lightly. All the best people never said it would be easy. I'ma make it all happen, I will forever do it my way, my way. I'ma do it my way, my way. I'ma do it my way, my way. I'ma do it. I'm a love giver, searching for glory. I'm a strong winner. Throw me the ball 'cause I'm a hard hitter. Only be swimming in the deep river. I'm a love giver, holding on to all the best things in life. I'll be pushing on through every second in the night. I'll be reaching up to every moment in the light. You know I got a reason, I got a mission that excites me. Sinning is living and I'ma sin it in the right way. Living is winning and I'ma never do it lightly. All the best people never said it would be easy. I'ma make it all happen, I will forever do it my way, my way. I'ma 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 do it.
Well, we got some of it done.
Yeah, it's like we simultaneously felt like we did a bunch and we didn't do a bunch.
Yeah. There's a lot of areas that I'm going to have to go back over because it's just too much material to stuff in at one time. So we'll have to come back and do this again.
But I don't think you're going to have to do like 3 or 4 layers like you were saying earlier. I think just probably another one.
We'll see.
will be enough for most of them.
We'll see. There's a few that are pretty bad, but it looks good from a distance.
Yeah, and I think this side is the worst one for the bags hanging over.
Yeah, it is.
For some reason. I don't know. Just the way the circle worked out. On the outside, particularly, it just came over the side a lot more.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, we're planning on coming back out here later this afternoon.
Maybe.
But you know our track record with that.
We might have other things to do.
But maybe we'll be back. We'll see. I don't know. It's all up in the air, guys.
Yeah.
But for now, we're just gonna go make lunch and chill out in the air for a little bit.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I like that plan.
All right. We may be back. We'll see.
All right. Bye.
I got a feeling that this could be a little more than feelings. If I'm being honest, honestly, you got me where you want it. You got me playing every card, spending all my time trying to find out more about you. Cause I really want you in my space, picking up every call, I'm falling, all my money's on you. I never knew I needed love, needed love, needed love. I always thought I'd be enough, be enough, be enough. You show me what it means to see outside of me. God knows what I'd be missing. Now I really need your love, need your love, need your love.
It's too hard.
Oh, hey. Oh.
You go too hard. Go easy. Hi.
Hey.
Well, we're not working, but we
we're
have
not.
something for you.
We do. We decided not to work again because it was hot.
We
Also,
already got showers.
we went out for lunch together. We had like a little mini date.
Yeah.
It was nice.
So now we don't want to get
And,
sweaty again.
Yeah, there's no point. Right? But now it's nice and cool. It's cooling off. We thought we'd come back out and we talk for a minute about what else we need to do to finish the chicken garden.
Right. There's a lot of things left to do, so we're going to walk around the entire structure and tell you what is left to do.
Yeah, because there's a lot of little things we haven't really talked about much, or we kind of have like made little offhand comments here and there over the last 130 some odd videos. You are forgiven if you missed those comments. So we're going to try to compile them all into one spot here and lay out the plan to finish the chicken garden.
Also, how much do you love his Jesus hair?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. All right. We're going to walk around and explain all the things. Ready?
Okay.
Let's talk about the outside first. You saw earlier we started plastering around these frames. My goal was to not get anything on the frames, but obviously that didn't work. So hopefully we can clean those off.
They're oiled, so I'm thinking it'll come off.
So we
Right.
still need to take this plaster from the top of this frame, angled up here, and get, like, we still have to mound up here, like we practiced the other day. So all of this wall and that wall have to be mounded up like this. That's going to take quite a bit of plaster and a lot of time.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's more plaster, I think, than it is time. Because mostly it's just kind of throwing it up there and
it's not
and
just
sculpting
throwing
it.
up there, but whatever. Also, to the buttresses, we have this buttress that still needs some plaster behind this stupid tree. Actually, I really like the tree, but
I do too, but
it is in the way.
It's totally in the way right now.
This buttress. Okay. Oh, let's talk about buttresses, because in these flower beds, people are like freaking out about my flower bed issue. I am gonna put pond liner around the edges and a little bit into the bed, so that, like, whatever we plant in there, the roots aren't gonna grow into the wall. But there are already mesquites, so I mean, it could happen. Like, we could have more sprouts from this mesquite, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I don't think it's gonna be a problem. I'll have pond liner, and then I'm gonna fill it with soil and plant a few things. Does that explain it?
Yeah.
Okay. On here, You saw earlier that we had a cattle panel arch, or hog panel arch. That will be coming back, but not until we get our finishing coat of plaster on. This is just the base coat. We will have a very smooth finishing coat when we're done.
With a higher cement ratio.
Yes. And right here, when you first come in, we will have a nice little entryway. I don't know if it's going to be, I would love it to be flagstone, but flagstone's stupid expensive. So we may have to come up with something else. These still need cut down to where the plaster can come up to it. I still need to make a gate, but this is going to be one of the last things I do. However, I want it to be a bifold gate. So it will open this way, okay. It'll open this way. And then there will be an extra piece on it that opens here so that when we want to let the chickens out, they aren't getting access to the garden. They're just going to go out. That's my plan for the door. We'll see. We'll see how it
It's a good plan.
Also, entryway here. There will be a nice little entryway that's level with this right here. Let's go this way. We still have to do around these frames on the inside and outside.
Boo.
We still have some work to do. Jax wants to work on the rest of this bench. He's trying to make a really cool desert theme design there. And he has he can do whatever.
Full
Artist
creative control, yeah.
So we still have to build up this wall, the hump over top. Oh, hey. There's Tiger.
Oh, hi, Tiger. Oh, yeah.
We have a little bit left to do on the top of this chicken coop wall. And this is done. That's exciting. That's done.
Oh,
We're still going to build this out a little bit. It needs a little more plaster here. And I'm not sure what to do here. I may just leave it. Like there's just a little bit of a space. I got to figure out how to make this look better because this is on the inside. We put hardware cloth and plastered. And I need to make little doors here that we can close off things. You can see my hump that I tried. And I think it's going to work really well. Like it's really solid and that's just the base coat plaster. So I think it's going to work.
What about the cracks in it?
It's normal. That's just the base coat.
Okay.
We'll just make sure that when we do the final coat on everything, even the walls, everything, we have to come back. We have to compression, trowel it, and do a compression with the sponge.
Okay.
It's very important. So these need a few touch-ups here and there to build out around the frames. Still need to do the lintel header thing there.
Is the bench done?
This bench is, I don't know. I don't think Jax is going to do any art on that. I think he's just going to do the one.
Okay.
And in here, still have to do around this frame and put hardware cloth up on the header and plaster all that. But other than that, this section is done. This is all done in here.
Well, talk about which you still have to build stuff in.
Oh, okay. So this is going to be the chicken coop where they get locked up at night. So they need a roost, right? Obviously. I'm going to have a roost, and I still haven't decided. Either it's going to be a slanted roost that can lift up to the ceiling so that when we get in here and clean, we have full access to the whole space. Or what I really want to do is build a long rectangular roost so everybody's on the same level on a pulley system to where I can pull it up to the roof to come in and clean in here when we need to.
I know you talked about maybe doing cement in the floor in here.
That's another thing. I still want to do a cement floor, which means we would be bringing in gravel, cement, and leveling this out a little bit because right now we're about almost a foot down from the threshold there, which I want to do deep bedding, so that's okay. It can be lower, but for cleaning, I think it would be a lot easier if we had a cement floor and I can just shovel things out.
Yeah.
So roost, cement floor, I think that's about it here. I mean, I want to put a frame up around this, but obviously that's not a top priority because it's just a...
One more thing we need to do out here, hold on, is that we need to put that drainage pipe on this wall.
That is one thing that we forgot when we built this. We need to have, this is the low end, so we really need to put a drainage pipe in there before we do any final coat of plaster.
And we have the drainage pipe on the outside, which we'll look at in a minute, but we didn't do it here, so we're going to need to punch a hole in this and get a pipe installed.
Yep.
That'll be fun. We've never done that before.
That's your job.
Oh, and one more thing. Water.
Yeah, you're going to talk about that. Ready?
Okay, yeah. So we'll start in here and then we'll head outside because most of the stuff that I know we need to do is all outside of the chicken garden. So the first is that you can kind of see down there's a little hole. And so that actually goes all the way under the bag and there's a pipe and we're actually going to run a water line up through here so that when you're in here messing with the chickens and taking care of them, you can get water for them without having to go out and all the way around the back because it's a long walk.
So there'll be like a spigot there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
let's go to the back.
Let's go to the back. What have you been doing?
Hi, Bunny. And we still have to do all the outside of these frames.
Yeah. So see, there's the drainage pipe for the outside wall. We just got to match it up on the inside wall.
Yep.
Okay, so back here, there's actually a lot that's going to happen. The first is that we are going to catch the rainwater off of this roof, so we're going to need some sort of cistern for storage. We're going to need gutters that we install on the back side of the fascia, and we have to have a way to actually do something with that water. So if you've seen our solar-powered water pump, it's basically an insulated box that has a 12-volt pump in it, a lead-acid battery, a solar panel, and a pressure tank. And so we're going to basically do the same thing over here. We're going to put a solar panel, well, maybe one or two, on the top of this roof up here, and then power it down here. But that water, the pump is actually going to pump back through the wall. So you can see there's another hole here. And so this box is basically going to go on top of this, and there's going to be a water line that goes down underground under the wall and then comes back up on the other side. And one line will run to that line in the chicken garden, or one line will run to that spigot in the chicken run. But then also we're going to irrigate around the whole garden with this.
So we'll have a spigot that comes up on the other side of this wall with drip irrigation that goes to the garden.
Yeah, so it should be its own self-contained system. We catch the water, we store it, we pump it, and we just kind of keep that cycle going. Of course, if we need to bring water in, which is totally possible because it's not going to be a huge storage tank, then we'll just have a way to transfer water just like we do now. When we go get it down at the well share, we bring it up here, we'll transfer it into the tank.
And how are we going to transfer it?
With a really long hose.
Okay. Because I can't drive over here. I mean, we could put a gate here because this over on that side, that is our property. We could totally put a gate in here to drive up if we wanted to, but...
We can drive up in front of the chicken garden. That should be long enough if we have a long enough hose. So the other thing is that besides, doing a water pump, we also might want to use that power to do a chicken warmer for a brooder for when we have baby chickens, right? So the tricky part about this is I haven't found one yet that's 12 volt. So we might need a small inverter in here, which means the whole thing gets a little complicated. Also, we're looking into trying to connect it to our Victron remote management portal system that the main system is on, so that like when I go into my VRM, I can see the chicken garden power setup, solar shed power setup, and eventually all the little mini power setups I want to have all inside that VRM so we can check on them whenever we need to. I know it's nerdy and complicated, but hey, if you're gonna do it, you got to do it right. So there might be an inverter in here unless we can find a warmer that is 12 volt based. Then I don't think there would be any other reason we would need 120 volt power over here.
You never know.
We could do USB lights. We could run it off 12 volt.
Yeah.
So water storage, electrical, plumbing, water catchment, all that is going to happen on the back wall here. it's not mission critical, so it doesn't have to happen like right away, but it needs to happen as part of the project.
Yeah, because monsoon's coming and I would like to have storage for that.
It would be nice to actually catch some rainwater.
It'd be also really nice to have it complete.
Oh,
Just be done.
That too, yeah. Now see, when we say it like that, it sounds like we're not even close.
I know. It's really overwhelming, especially knowing how long this base coat of plaster has taken.
Yeah.
And we have to be more precise and really pay attention with the final coat.
Right.
But it is a thinner mix.
Yep.
So it might even out. I don't know.
What do you think about like focusing on maybe the inside, like the chicken run and the chicken coop, and then building out everything we need to so that we can actually move the chickens in there, and then we continue to work on the rest of it?
I thought about that.
Yeah.
But what I really want to do is have it completely done.
Yeah.
And then move everybody and have like the big reveal.
Have like a party, like a chicken party. Yeah.
I've been throwing around the idea of having a party before the chickens move in.
Yeah.
Having a girl come out and play music, and having egg and chicken appetizers, and making it a whole chicken themed garden. Like we can have garden appetizers and chicken appetizers.
Yeah.
And make a little party. I think that'd be super fun.
It would be fun.
And a big like reveal too, before like the final reveal of the video comes out. It'll be like,
that's true.
Hey, we got this done. Come and check it out and hang out.
Yeah. And I mean, the chickens are fine.
Yeah, they're fine.
They kind of do their own thing. I just don't like stepping in their poop all the time.
One thing I did forget on that, doors. I still have to make doors.
Yeah.
And the only special thing about that really is on the chicken coop. I always think the wrong word. On the chicken coop door, I am going to install an automatic door.
Yeah. Well, and you talked about having it be being able to open part of it, like a, what do you call it? Like when you can open the top and it's a screen. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's going to be mostly screen, but I am going to have it to where I can close it off in the winter for just to keep them a little warmer.
Right.
It's going to be a multifunctional door. But the most important part is the automatic chicken doors where we don't have to be up at 4:30 and getting chickens out of their box or out of their coop.
We may be getting one of those sooner before this.
Yeah.
It's too early.
It's early.
It's just too early.
Yeah, there's no need. If chickens are out, they're going to be looking for food, and there's no need for us to be up that early.
You know what they say? The early bird gets the worm. Just came to me.
I'm going to edit this. Anyway, so as you can see, we have a lot left to do. It's going to be a little bit longer. I was hoping this would be like a 3-month project. Do you realize that we started digging a trench when your parents were here at the end of October?
Mm-hmm. So November, December, January, February,
7 months.
March, April, yeah,
May. We're almost to June. It's been 7 months.
But we have taken quite a few breaks.
Right.
Like it hasn't been.
We've taken 3 weeks of break.
At least 3, maybe 4.
Anyway,
We'll say it's been 6 months.
It's taking a lot longer than I thought.
Do you remember when you first showed me the plan of this? And I was like, that's huge. And you were like, no, it's not. And I'm like, that's going to take us, what did I say? Did I say 8 months?
I don't know.
I think I said 8 months. And you were like, no, it'll be done in 3. You remember that?
I remember saying I think it would be done in 3 months.
Yeah.
But it got complicated with power and water and all the things.
Oh, that's not complicated. The sheer size of it is what's complicated.
It's good practice for the house.
It is.
It's good practice for the house. It's good practice for the house. I just have to keep reminding myself.
We are well practiced.
Yeah.
We're very comfortable with the process. So.
Yeah. We have learned a lot on this, like especially with the frames. Like there was a lot that we learned, so I do feel way more comfortable getting into our house builds.
Yeah, frames and bottles and all that stuff.
We learned a lot.
But I think the other thing that we got to remember is that we've also been in the middle of other projects.
So many.
Right? So there's another big project that we should be able to share with you pretty soon that we've been working on for the past 2 months.
Yeah.
In addition to all this.
And the other 2 projects that we have been planning and preparing preparing and getting lined up
that are gonna probably kick off
soon.
Probably mid to late June.
Yeah.
So
Lots going on.
yeah, it's not like we've just been doing this. There's
Yeah.
lots of other things going on. But I'm excited to move to something else.
Yeah.
Something else. Something different.
Yeah. I'm gonna try really hard to not be super anal about the final coat, but also I don't want it to like fall apart.
I mean, I don't know. It is a chicken garden, and so I think you could even use this as an experiment for not doing it as perfect as you want, just to see how well it holds up.
Yeah.
Right.
It's gonna be really hard for me to not do it.
I'm not saying do it bad. I'm just saying like maybe resist that last urge to go over it one more time. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
I'll try. Probably by the end we'll be like, that's great. Screw it. Okay.
Sponge.
Ready? Let's wrap this up.
Wrap it.
Anyway, thank you for hanging out and listening to us talk about all the things we have left to do.
Please leave comments of encouragement.
We need a little bit of encouragement.
A little bit. Just a little bit. No, I mean, like the end is in sight. We're definitely on the downward swing. I think the plaster is really the big sort of
Mental
elephant in the room,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like of like how fast is it going to go?
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to think, when did we actually start plastering? It really hasn't been that long.
I don't know. We should look
In
it
the
up
grand
and
scheme of
see how many
things.
weeks it's been, because it feels like it's been like months.
I don't think it's even been a month.
Okay.
I don't think. But
We'll
I'll
look it up and put the date here. How about that? Right here.
And then I'll act like I'm right, and now you act like you're right.
No, I'll act like you're wrong first. And then I'm right. That was weird.
That was my face.
Okay. Guys, we're going to wrap this up because things are getting weird.
I'm getting a little lippy.
And yeah, tomorrow is Friday and last day of our work week.
Yeah.
You know what Jonathan's doing tomorrow? More metal roofing.
Somehow I got roped into another metal roofing project for a neighbor.
You're real excited about it.
It's a small roof. I think it will feel good to like get it done.
And also, you know what you're doing
Sense
now,
of
so
accomplishment.
you'll bring something to the project.
I hope so. I think I've put enough of these on now.
Yeah. And so when I get back from Tucson, picking up feed and running errands,
And I get
come
back.
out here and work on our garden. Right? Guys, we're gonna wrap this up. We are so happy that you stuck around and listened to all this crap. Listen to all this.
Okay, do it one more time.
Okay. We are so glad that you stayed around and listened to all these plans.
So many plans.
Yeah.
We have so many plans.
Yeah.
But that's
Endless.
okay.
Anyway, thank you for hanging out with us.
We will see you tomorrow.
They did it.
Yeah.
Blaster Master. Ow.